Hi, Aziz. Congratulations on a terrific campaign individually and as a team, mate. What's the mood like amongst the boys this morning? I'd imagine you're proud, but also shattered and a bit sad that this journey's come to an end.
Yeah, look, it's actually a weird feeling. Like you said, obviously we're disappointed we lost, but we got off that pitch with our head held high, that's for sure. We got points on the board this World Cup, clean sheets, and we played great football as a group. And the last 4.5 years, that's what we've been building towards. We wanted to be the greatest Socceroo team ever. It wasn't just the saying, but it was the belief that this group had. The coaching staff, the hard work they put behind the scenes these last 4 years during these qualifiers, and the confidence they showed in us and made us believe and buy into what they wanted us to do. Look, I couldn't be more proud of the boys. Waking up this morning and look, like you said, it's upsetting that we lost because I thought we did kind of enough to maybe get a result out of that game last night, but it wasn't to be. But look, like I said, a simple way to put it, we're proud and, we can leave this place with our head held up high.
Liam Fitzgibbon.
G'day, Aziz. Congrats on your performance, mate. I just wanted you to take us through the moment at the end there where you had that, and some of your teammates were saying it would have been one of the great goals. How did you play ahead? And there was some suggestion I saw on social that people thought maybe you could have gone down for a to your mind at a point.
Bit of a dodgy connection there, bud, but that was obviously about your run and chance that you had in the game, and a reference to could you have gone down if there was contact? Yeah,
look, I thought it was a good tackle. I saw it back. It just got in front of me. I didn't blindsided me. I got the shot off, but look, I was going out of pace where I kind of couldn't slow down or stop, and I was in the box. But look, I didn't feel a touch or anything to go down. But even if I did and wanted to go, I would have just, obviously, if the speed I was going at, I would have gone down regardless. Look, it was a unlucky one, obviously. Finding myself in there again. I've done it a couple of times this campaign. But look, it wasn't to be. But look, like I said, I'm proud of this group, of what we achieved this World Cup and this whole campaign, really, these last 4.5 years. And hopefully this is a step forward for Australian football.
Adam Peacock.
Aziz, well done, mate. Awesome to watch from all of you, especially the little moment with Messi last night where it looked like you wanted to fight him. I don't know what you told him or what the death stare was like going both ways, but take us through that moment and the adrenaline you felt with probably 40,000 Argentinians in the crowd wanting to kill you.
Yeah, look, there was no words exchanged, if you want me to be honest with you. It was just, it just pushed me once the ball was out. And I've always been throughout my career that when I'm on that pitch, I kind of see black. I don't see an opponent or a name or anything like that. I'm out there to help my team win, and I'll do whatever I can for that to happen. There's obviously respect there for the opponent and that. But yeah, look, it was just a heat of the moment thing. It just ended up being face to face, but no words were exchanged. There was nothing violent or anything like that. One of his teammates tried to tell me not to speak to him or something, but it was nothing to over exaggerate or anything like that. But look, like I said, once I'm on that pitch, I only see the yellow shirts or whoever I'm playing for. And last night, obviously, just doing anything to obviously help my team. And it was just the heat of the moment thing.
Tom Smithies.
Aziz, I reckon that's the best I've seen you play this tournament, and I know you got more than 50 caps. What do you think? Was that down to? What was it inspired you to perform like that?
Oh, look, thanks, mate. But I'm not really sure. It's this group. I have to say, I say it time and time again. It's the group, the environment these last 4 years that the coaching staff have put in for us. The style of play we've been playing, the belief they give us where they make us believe that we can match the best in the world, not just physically, where everyone expects us to be dominating, but football-wise as well. And yeah, look, these boys, obviously, this brotherhood that we've had, the connection, look, we didn't even have a pre-camp here. We had about 5-6 days, and it's obviously it's not a lot leading into the biggest tournament, but we obviously gelled together, and the messages across from the coaching staff, it's clear as day on what we have to do. But at the end of the day, us players have to drive that. And yeah, look, it doesn't, obviously the performance doesn't just come from the individual. It's these guys as well, pushing. We push each other every day since we've been here in these last 4 years to qualify. And yeah, look, every player last night left nothing out on that pitch, and you could see that at the end. I think not many teams get off that pitch losing to Argentina and being disappointed, and that just shows our expectations and what we wanted to do this World Cup. And I couldn't be more proud.
Samantha Lewis.
Thanks, Rich. Hi, Aziz. Congratulations. It was an amazing performance that so many Australians are so proud of. You were quite emotional after the game. I think you were in tears. There are a number of players and staff members who came over to comfort you. Can you take us into those moments after the full-time whistle? What were you thinking about?
Yeah, look, it was just a lot of emotion. Obviously, these opportunities don't come around often. Obviously I've been around long enough, but when you compare club football, international football, it's completely different. You're representing your country. This brotherhood you have, when you always come into an international environment, it's different. You're with obviously your own countrymen, and you're fighting for the same thing. And like I said, these opportunities don't come around often. I've been fortunate and privileged enough to play 2 World Cups for my country. And I think just last night, it was just a lot of emotion, because I thought, we deserved more last night. And, the way we bowed out, it hurt a lot. But like I said, I couldn't be more proud of the team, myself. Yeah, it was a tough one to take in when that final whistle went. We had chances at the end. But look, that's the way football goes. Sometimes, the ball doesn't hit the net, and but we did everything. And like I said, we left everything out on that pitch, and it was just a run of emotions at the end.
Shout outs from Kitman Dom in the background. Vince Unamas. We've got a couple minutes here, guys. We'll squeeze in a couple more, so get your hands up if there's any more questions.
Thanks, Rich. I'll squeeze in a couple then here, Aziz. One, the dust has settled now. It looks like Cammy Devlin managed to snag the Messi 10 jersey from him yesterday. Is he pretty happy about that? And 2, Cammy's part of a generation of players. I mean, he didn't get on the pitch here in Qatar, but there's some who have come through that are doing extremely well in their club careers. Guys like him, if they get things right in their own sort of football careers in the next 4 years, how far can this team go with the fresh blood that's coming through?
Yeah, look, I didn't know who got the jersey, to be honest with you, now that you told me. But look, the youth, the younger boys that have come into this camp and that have come in throughout this campaign have been unbelievable. It just shows, obviously, when they do well at club level, and Arnie's always said that just perform at your club level and you get rewarded. And that's what's happened with a lot of the boys. Obviously when you say Cammy, you've seen the phone call he got, how emotional it was, because like I said, coming to a World Cup, it doesn't happen often. You see the nations that missed out to even be here and get knocked out in group stages. So, for them, it was a special. I'm proud of them. They've come in. Keanu is another one. He's just come in. He got put into the game against Denmark, did unbelievable. Last night started in a World Cup game. I thought he was brilliant again. They're not easy games to come in, and obviously the nerves and that, I've been there before, but, they took it in their stride. And even the boys working every day, these young boys, they don't look a foot out of place coming into this environment. And, that's, I've got to give credit to the staff as well. They, like I said before, the environment that they set here, and us as a leadership group, the older boys, is just to make them comfortable and you know, they don't have to do anything special. Just come in. You know, you're here for a reason. Just keep doing what you've been doing, and yeah, look, the future's bright. And like I said before, hopefully this is another step forward for Australian football.
Sam Lewis.
Aziz, I want to go back to that incredible run that you made in the 80th minute. Was there, I mean, can you take us into what you were thinking? Like, was there a moment after you sort of slalomed through 3 or 4 players that you were like, holy shit, like this could actually happen? What were you thinking in that moment?
Yeah, I wasn't. That's the problem. No, yeah, look, I just remember getting the ball and one of their players, yeah, I think he didn't want to foul me. So once I got ahead of him and I started picking up some pace and I got in the box, I just knew they just touch me here, anything can happen. But obviously, yeah, it just ended up. And to be honest with you, the guy that did the slide tackle, I didn't see him. So as I've got past the last guy, I actually opened my body and I said, as long as I hit the target here, it's in. And, you know, looking back at the video, the keeper's actually gone the wrong way as well as I've taken the shot. So, but look, it was a great tackle. It was pretty much like a Harry Suter tackle. But this time it was on us. And yeah, look, it would have been great. It would have been a special moment for our country and our team, but wasn't to be. So yeah, it was just, I think it was a bit unlucky, I could say.
Adzi, last one.
Yeah, as is just in a general sense. So you guys go back to your clubs now, your household names in Australia. But of course, we know with the news cycle that, to use a line from Ange, an AFL player will fart and you'll get on the front page. How in your eyes would you like to see it that there's some kind of connection between you doing what you're doing overseas and at home, like, you know, you to help the sport as a whole? Is there anything that springs to mind? I know it's a tough one.
Oh, look, what we've done right now, you know, it should be a no-brainer, really. You know, we've accomplished something with this group that no other Socceroos team has. You know, we've kept clean sheets. We've scored in every game in a World Cup. And when you look at it, you know, we got out of the group stage on equal points on top. And look, we only lost to France and Argentina. So us as players, I think on our side and this group, you know, we've done our part, and the other part to grow the game. You know, obviously that bit's out of our hands, and those people know who they are, obviously. But you know, this should be a massive stepping stone for football in Australia to go forward, and I can't see why it shouldn't. You know, I'm hoping that we've inspired the next generation coming through, that it's possible to match the best in the world, even being Australian. And yeah, look, obviously puts the A-League on the map as well. You know, we had a fair few boys from the A-League in there as well. So, you know, I think this is the perfect moment for Australian football to step forward and, you know, make sure that, you know, the sport gets more recognised back home.
That did feel like a good place to wrap it up. But Bance, do you want to sneak one in really quick, please, mate?
Yeah, real quick. Sorry about that. Aziz, I'm just wondering, I'm hoping Garang's okay because he's very young and he had that golden chance at the end and he did everything right. It was a good save, but it's one of those moments that you can replay over and over in your head again.
Yeah, look, he's like you said, he's very young. And he's one that obviously we kind of, you know, when they're at a young age and they're put on that level, you know, you kind of have to be careful with them. But, you know, I've only met Garang a little bit in the New Zealand camp, and then now, and there he is right in front of me right now. No, he's been great, and the talent he has, you know, the sky's the limit for him. Like you said, he's really young, and, you know, coming on last night and the way he got in that position, used his body against world-class defenders, you know, and that's football. You know, the keeper pulled off a great save. You can't do nothing about that. And yeah, look, you know, one thing that I've seen with Garang is, mate, he's so positive and he's raw, you know, and that's scary to see in a young boy. That's why you can see, you know, how far he's going to get. You know, his mentality is great for a young lad that's obviously got all this hype around him these last couple months, but his head switched on. He's working hard every day. And look, he got his opportunity last night, and look, that happens, you know, forwards, you know, another night that goes in, but, you know, hopefully, you know, he kicks on his career, you know, and then, you know, he's one, you know, real bright future for our national team.